Hello, this is DreamDucK for the University Star League Christmas Calendar, Day 7. We're a little bit late because we've had this awesome whole pub event thing, whatever, with Nurchio showing up playing a game against Madelisk and a lot of other awesome stuff happening. So it's a little late, but it's gonna come up, and this is a Christmas gift and a Christmas blessing kind of. I'm trying to find the whole message. Yes, I'm looking for the word message. To all of you from the whole University Star League crew. So we're going to go into game number 7 of the Christmas calendar with University Star League.
So much room for casual gaming.
Smile. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DreamDuck and
This is LuckyDuck.
this is Sparta.
No.
This is the University Star League Christmas calendar. There's a huge difference between Sparta and the University Star League Christmas calendar.
Absolutely.
I can count off at least 5 points on which they differ.
Yeah. Can we start with something before that?
Yes.
Which day is this?
This is day. What date is it? God damn it! There's a nice correlation between which day of the Christmas calendar and which date it is. This is 7.
Yeah.
This is 7.
Yeah, this is 7.
And
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Do, 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 do,
all
do, do,
around the world. I guess.
Boom. Yeah. Anyway,
I love singing bass.
I'm singing
Bass.
bass. That's a fish. Anyway, let's go into the game here, and we're gonna promote as well that I'm trying to get rid of my cold, so that I will be happy and on the roll and on the tracks for the
University show event number 4.
Yes.
Not this evening.
Yes, it's going to be absolutely wonderful and
Yes.
cool with the greatest players in the world.
Yeah.
Almost.
Like who?
Like Proxy Panda versus Fubar.
Ooh.
Yes, 2 nice. Proxy Panda smashing Mana at which event was that?
DreamHack
DreamHack
2011,
yeah.
The summer DreamHack
Something like
2011,
that.
I think it was.
Yeah, with 2 proxies.
Yeah.
And
Well, he's named Proxy Panda.
yeah, so he should, live up to his name. And Fubar being a very high ranked Masters player as well. I think he's like top 4 or something like that, top 6 at least.
Do
And
you have any more
yes,
combatants?
we have our only 2 players actually signed to professional teams meeting each other. The first one is Quantic's Madde, Quantic Gaming's Madde, and she's gonna some floor with the boys, I think.
Yes, I do believe so.
I do believe so as well.
I'm so excited to see
Yes,
her play.
that's gonna be absolutely amazing. And
Yeah.
and
I promise you, she's gonna sign autographs.
I do as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I promise.
You promise?
Yeah.
Okay, he promises.
Yeah.
LuckyDuck promises that. So
Yeah, I
if
promise that Quantic Mother will sign autographs for everyone who requests them, and if she doesn't, I will sign them for you instead.
that's nice. That's
You.
very nice of you. You're
Thank
a
you.
thoughtful person.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you are. That's cool. The
Who
player
is she
she's
playing
meeting.
against? Yeah.
Yes, the player she's meeting is the the one I think that really has a chance to break her. Actually, he was playing at the first show event, and that's Team Properties Dash.
Yeah.
Signed to Team Property, which is of course an all Swedish team. Ominous has been on that one as well. It's a very good team too, and he displayed quite some gaming.
He was unbeaten that night, I believe.
He let's say he lost 2 maps to
Yeah.
Silla in the
but
best
he
of 5.
didn't lose any game.
No, he didn't lose a single game, and he was the only challenger, the only person you could challenge throughout that game, and he was challenged by I think 5 Masters players. Or
Yeah,
something
and he played one of his games without a keyboard.
Yeah, exactly, and he
gave you his keyboard before the game started.
Yeah. Exactly. Let's get into this game then on the other hand and talk about these 2 players. The first one is Sir. I'm going to go down. Let's give him the introductions down the lower introduction to the 5-minute mark. In the lower left corner we have our Zerg player Jernstrom, who is taking an expansion, and Jernstrom has been playing at our events as well.
Yeah, we've seen him twice, I believe.
Twice, yes.
Yeah, both at Björn's.
Yes, at Björn's, playing against RMP.
Yeah,
who managed to take him out in the 5th game.
It was that Banelinks everywhere game.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Killed 33 workers with Banelink drops.
Yeah.
At 3 locations at the same time, I think. while RMP at the same time took out a lot of took out his hive with DTs and workers everywhere and so forth. It was an epic game. On the other hand, he played as well at this against Yahweh now at our latest tournament.
He didn't have as much luck at that game.
No. But Yahweh was very good as well.
Yeah, very good. In the upper left, sorry, right corner of Cloud Kingdom, we do have NiNMrX.
Yep.
So a big round of applause.
Ooh, and he's
for
in
NiNMrX.
Diamond.
Yeah, he's in Diamond, and this is from Group 3 of the first group stage round.
And he has a nice conga line of workers here going.
Yeah. We do see that NiNMrX, let's call him Mr. X, it's easier, has opened Hellions, quite common against Zerg, of course, nowadays. And if we can have a look at his natural expansion, we do see that his bunker placement is a bit unusual.
It's a little bit unusual. Usually, don't you place that bunker just on the other side of that command center?
Versus Zerg, you usually place that bunker right in that nook between the command center and the ramp.
Yeah.
And that way your Marines cover most of the mineral line.
Yeah.
But also, if any Zerglings should attempt to run by, you raise your depot and they're stuck at the top of the ramp where the Marines reach them.
Yeah.
So, but of course, this is a very interesting placement as well. It's it's going to be very tricky to take that out. But of course, he doesn't have quite the same defensive capabilities at that location.
No.
But different, not worse I wouldn't say, but different.
Yeah. And at the same time, I want to talk about Jernstrom's brilliant wall off here.
Yeah, he's done this before.
He's done this many times before. You can see that. You see all the Hellions trying to push in, but he's had some brilliant queen placement with a spine crawler as well. They can't even push in to try to do any damage from the side. But he manages to get around.
Yeah, you need 2 queens for that.
Yeah, you need 2 queens for that one. I was thinking that actually only needed 1 since he moved 1 away from there and pushed the other one in the middle. It looked as if he knew what it was doing, but apparently not.
Yeah.
Well,
but
it was.
Jernstrom only lost 2 workers in that because it did so much damage to those Hellions on the way in. So not a huge loss. Actually, the Terran lost a lot more in that exchange. And so far, Mr. X is only on Marines. He's working on his 3rd command center. He's at 3 barracks, I believe, and he's working on his first medivacs as well as combat shield.
Exactly. Can we see the production tab here? Just real short. We'll have that. And we have an infestation pit coming up for Jernstrom. I like Jernstrom's playstyle. I like Jernstrom's playstyle. It's a bit TLO-esque, I would like to say. Building a lot of queens, just holding off with nice building placement, and a few spine crawlers. And, of course, with a lot of queens, you can hold off so much aggression. And they're quite cost-effective as well if you have many, letting them build up energy so to be able to transfuse each other. You can also try to transfuse your spine crawlers and do a lot of nice... But the point is, you're, of course, quite immobile to move out anywhere, so the Terran player knows that you won't have anything for a while. And if he manages... if he comes in there with something... a little bit more of a force, which looks like Mr. X is doing right now, it's a little tougher to hold it.
Yeah, Mr. X is steaming and is going to attempt to deny this 3rd, which is a bit late since his Hellions were in the way. And it is...
He manages to get a cancel off that one in the last second.
And it takes out a lot of Zerglings and some creep tumors as well. And he's going to be able to take his spine crawler.
Yep.
So right now this looks a bit tough for Jernstrom, but it does have
there's 56 Zerglings in production, and this this is going to clean this up.
He can of course just pick up, which is well, he does a lot of damage to those actually, but right now I think Jernstrom is doing the right thing. He's doing a counterattack because all those Marines are in his base. And
panic is rising in the camp of Mr. X, seeing all of these Zerglings on the way.
Those bunkers are nowhere near done. Oh, is he going to be able to move up the ramp? No, he's not. Mr. X blocks ramp very nice with those Marines, actually.
Yeah, but as well, at the same time, Jernstrom blocked that ramp with his Zerglings, and with the other bunch of these Zerglings, he managed to take out a bunch of workers, if nothing. Oh, that wasn't too many. Actually, apparently...
Staggering beautiful defense from Mr. X, I would say.
Yeah,
just a handful of Marines and the SCVs from the natural, and he only lost... well, some Marines and 3 SCVs.
Yeah, which is basically nothing.
It
But
seems improbable.
Yeah, it seems pretty much improbable. There was a little moving back of a few ones, and he managed to choke those workers up as well, which was very interesting. So absolutely brilliant defense, of course, from Mr. X there. And he's on a lead at an advantage with 110 supply against 84. And us, Zerg, at this point, you would want to be up on the supply. But we do have a lot of infestors just waiting for this marine here.
He's trying to deny this third again, but it's not going to work against all those infestors with all those links in the background.
Yeah, and he's going to be able to chain fungal those medivacs as well, and I think he's going to be losing
all
of those. And a
single
complete cleanup and a sad face from Mr. X. And there's that discussion about the infestors again. Now then, on the other hand, there was not even a try to split the units.
No,
from the
I
Terran
don't
side.
think he was expecting those infestors so soon.
No, he wasn't. But the point
because he delayed the third, and usually the infestation pit doesn't come up until after the third.
No, but that's a point with the TLO-esque kind of play. He likes to do that as well. Just try to hold off any aggression that comes with only queens, and then pop right into infestors. And it hits very hard when you actually get there.
Absolutely. Mr. X has put himself in a very nice position. Nonetheless, he has a lot more harvesters, as we can see. He's had his third up, while Jernstrom is still getting his up. I believe it might be done now. He's adding on more barracks. How is he doing in upgrades? He should be a bit on the way, but actually he has his 1-1, and he has at least 2 siege tanks out. So, well, I don't know really.
Well, he's doing quite well on the economy. I mean, his tech,
absolutely.
isn't too far ahead in any way at all. Jernstrom on the other side is taking his 4th right now.
Well, he's trying to catch up.
Yeah, it's really much, and actually his economy is just going to kick in very quickly, and he's got his 2-2 coming along.
Yeah,
and he's
will be finished a long time before NiNMrX, and he's actually triple expanding.
He's actually triple expanding as well. Oh, well, actually, a double expanding at this point. So the thing is, in just a minute, he's gonna have caught up.
And be ahead.
Absolutely.
He has his hive on the way as well. He's still a bit behind in workers, but nothing substantial actually.
No.
He's building some more spine crawlers and 56 links yet again. He likes that amount of links.
Yeah, and he saw that push coming from the Terran player as well. So that's where they came from. And he's he's good. He really likes his Zerglings to hold things off with. But of course, Zerglings Infestor, it's a very good combination.
Those Infestors has been alive for a long time now.
And they managed to walk
some
into
siege
siege
tank
tank fire.
Yeah, but those that are still there have a lot of energy. He's going to be able to chain fungal and of course throw out a lot of infested Terrans at this point.
Yep, and here they come. A lot of infested Terran, and I would like to have seen a spread.
Well, he's buffering the siege tank fire with those infested Terrans.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot more Zerglings come in.
Such good fungals, actually.
Wow.
The fungals with this is exactly what the discussions around the infestors are so large, because with a player that really knows what he's doing, only thing I could have seen him done more was spread them while he burrow moved in.
Yeah, Jernstrom is doing a run by into the third now as well, but that cunning bunker placement made short work of that.
There's that strange bunker placement again.
No, that is standard on the third.
On the third one, that's true.
Yeah.
But it's really good bunker placement. If you try to run them into the mineral line, then we'll auto-attack across it.
Yeah,
and try
we
to get
see
around.
a Baneling nest coming up from Jernstrom at this point. He has seen all the Marines from Mr. X, and he also has a Spire. I do believe that's for Broodlord in the later stage, actually. And he's building. How many workers he's gonna have? Can we see the worker?
Actually, he's not that far up on workers.
Strange. I thought I saw 20 building at a time there.
No, it's not too many. It's up to almost 90 workers, which is, a nice number. And when he gets a nice bank out of this, then he is just going to build a bunch of spine crawlers. And he's going to be absolutely fine.
So they are equal on workers. Mr. X is adding on more command centers. For mules, of course.
And there's 8 more infestors coming up from Jernstrom. Now the big difference is that Jernstrom is at 134 supply right now, whereas Mr. X is at 184. So he really does have the momentum
since they are equal
still.
on harvesters, we know that all that is army.
Exactly.
So Mr. X is moving into the third yet again, but some Lings is going to try to deny that.
And actually this is a little bad, because the Lings came in here before the infestors. infestors.
Yeah.
With the Chain Fungal, though, he's going to be able to pick off that army again. And
Yeah.
Jernstrom is being so cost-effective with all of these engagements.
I don't know if I do believe that Mr. X saw those Banelings. It would have been a nice surprise otherwise.
Yeah, it would have been a really nice surprise to pop in with those later on. Now, I'm seeing, you know, I like to I like to compare Jernstrom to a few players here. TLO style opening in a sense,
Yeah.
but right now he's playing like pretty much Linux style. I'm thinking with
Oh.
low. He started off low econ, just trying to trade off extremely efficiently, and for some reason, yeah, he's moved all of his workers out of the main.
Well, it can be a nice
It can be a nice
feature.
move, a backup move
Yeah.
for later on in the game when you have everything. There's going to be a lot of harassment if this game comes into a late game as well.
Yeah.
And was that a Greater Spire?
Yeah, the Greater Spire is building.
Yep.
Mr. X has maxed out and is moving out yet again, but I think Jernstrom has seen it. He's moving his oh, Mr. X is timing this attack.
Yeah,
with
we have a big
3-3.
engagement
But the
here.
engagement is before 3-3 finishes from Mr. X. Very nice timing from Jernstrom.
Yeah, and
Whoa,
again,
whoa.
those infested Terrans taking out all of those tanks, and he actually
Yeah.
tried to spread those infestors a little
Big
as well.
loss from Mr. X right there.
Yep.
So he lost 2 huge engagements in a row, and this is starting to look very hard for Mr. X
Yep.
since Jernstrom has been on 5 bases for a long time
The
now.
interesting part, though, is still that Mr. X
Whoa.
is still at 170.
Oh,
and he's
all
going to
those
lose all his
infestors.
infestors.
Oh,
And that wasn't
5
that bad move.
infestors for free.
Yeah, and the point is, well, if you take a look at the resources lost again,
It's
can
equal.
we get that up again? That's scarily equal right
Yeah,
here. That is
I'm going to
absolutely
call that
scarily equal.
exactly equal.
Yeah, I'm going to do that as well.
Oh,
And this
a
is
lot of
going to be
workers.
tough. This is going to be tough. Now, the big problem there was that Mr. X is maxed out, and Jernstrom is at 120 supply. The point is, even though he's been doing so incredibly cost-efficient trades...
Oh, and the Banelings.
Oh, here the Baneling come and really clean this up.
Yeah.
Even though he's done so incredibly cost-effective
oh.
trades, he's still been so far
Yeah.
behind in supply throughout all the game.
Oh, not so cost efficient
Nope.
using Banelings to take out those 2 Marauders and Marine actually, but well, I would like to see him take out those Medivacs, but well, can we get it up again? If we look at the armor supply, we see almost, well, Mr. X is ahead, and
Yeah.
but mostly he's in a very nice sieged up location here.
Yes.
He's
can
gonna
we see-
keep harassing this 4th base.
Yeah, he wants to take this us, and this is
yeah.
why we have. And there we have the day 9 music on/off move.
Yeah,
just
you can
for the
drink
sake
to
of
that. If our observer messes up with sound or music,
Yeah.
you can drink to
it.
that.
You can drink to that. It's
Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna grab some orange juice. You talk.
I'm gonna talk. Oh, well, we see Mr. X is maxed
Orange
again.
juice.
I've seen his production on a few occasions. Right now,
Yes.
it's not staggering because he's maxed.
Yeah.
But he can produce Marines so fast. I think I saw 13 at the time,
Yeah.
and he can produce well 3 siege tanks at a time.
Yeah.
And is building a lot of starports. Oh, please! I do think this is just to be prepared for.
Yes, but we need to talk about this
Yes.
engagement, which is absolutely insane. There's so many ultras running in, but the spreads from Mr. X were so nice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, weren't enough. Now, what I was going to talk about before I just grabbed that use and forgot myself in the drinking of use, which is nice because I'm a little feverish right now, but you know, whatever. Actually, Jernstrom, while during his third, fourth, whatever base was taking out, he had a bank of around 2,500 minerals and 2,500 gas,
Yeah.
which all disappear very quickly as soon as his ultralisk cupboard finished.
Yeah.
So he had 7 in production. Right when we
is
switch
is
back to
not
that.
gonna take that 4th at this moment.
No.
His ultras are maxed. Oh, and it's morphing in Banelings right in front of Mr. X. I think
Yeah.
he is gonna push in.
I think
very
he's going to
soon
use that
here.
because my point with that was that he actually just got to where he wanted to be. He had all his tech complete, he had his upgrades complete.
Oh,
and
and the Banelings and SVs. Oh! So many SVs died instantly there.
that was brutal. That was
Did you see that
absolutely
he
brutal.
controlled those Banelings specifically to
Yeah.
infiltrate all those SCVs that were repairing that planetary fortress.
Oh,
So
that was a lot
Jernstrom
of
in
fun.
a in a strong position right now, I would say.
A very commanding position and so nice splits from Mr. X, but it's not going to be enough against so many Ultralisks and all the Zerglings with that as well, and the Infestors.
No, he has taken Mr. X down to 3 bases. He does have 4, but he's not mining from it.
Yeah, and finally Jernstrom's actually ahead in supply.
For like the first time in a game. Oh, those Marines is going to want to turn back home right away.
Yeah, they really do will want to do so. And I'm thinking Jernstrom's going to just turn around. I mean, he's got this pretty much where he wants it to be. The turn player can't really move out too much.
No, I'd say Jernstrom's playing this very patiently right now.
I like it. The point is, as I've been talking about, is the interesting point of playing from a low econ position and from basically playing from behind all game, just so greedily going for tech. He's been having these upgrades coming all around all the time. He just his basic game plan was to hold with just Infestors, which he did so amazingly well. And this is the production. This is the result of it.
Yeah, can we have the production tab up again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 24 links. He's just reinforcing this behind it.
And I think Mr. X is going to be able to clean this up. And the problem with it, he was taken. He was preparing for Broodlord. Yeah. While Jernstrom went for Ultralisk, so he had basically no Marauders up. No, he was preparing to build Vikings, a lot of them.
Yeah.
But
and the interesting point was that Jernstrom had prepared both tech path pretty much. He had his Greater Spire up. He didn't have any upgrades for that though, but still he had his Ultralisk cavern up as well, so he could just decide which one to go for. And we have this hidden base here of Mr. X that has been giving him a lot of. That's what's keeping him in the game with that mule income. He would need to saturate those gas geysers, of course. Jernstrom doing the same thing on the lower side.
He has gas. Mr. X does have 1,600 gas in the bank.
He's doing quite good with that, actually.
And I would believe that right now. Can we get back to the production tab, please?
7 more Ultralisks, and then we have the adrenal glands coming up there as well.
So Mr. X is not building those Vikings.
No.
It would be easy to try to outsmart Jernstrom and think that, now he's going to switch to Broodlord, so I'm going to build those Vikings because I have the infrastructure. But he didn't, and well, that's good for him right now because Jernstrom is not switching to Broodlord. He's sticking on Ultralisk, and he's finally now getting the adrenal glands.
Yeah, but
make those links so much more deadly.
Such a good engagement from Mr. X.
Yeah, perfect.
Just kiting everything back in the. Now the
second wave
come
is going
to
be
join.
too much, though.
Yeah, I think he's going to be just fine.
Whoa, and the Infestor is going to go down. Oh, please scan and take those out.
Yes, he does, and that is absolutely brilliant play from Mr. X.
He just
that engagement
was way back into this game.
That game was absolutely perfect. He funneled his bio units in between the tanks and let the tanks take the most of the damage while he took out all of the Zerglings.
Look at this, he's going straight for that 5th base.
And he's going to scan and get all those workers off as well. And this is, this is so close, and this is such a nice game actually from both players.
Yeah, Jernstrom is going to try to ambush this with some Banelings and Links. Let's see if he
let's see if he manages to get those up in time.
Oh, Mr. X, he sees it.
He has a scan.
And he's moving forward with his Marauders, very nice. But Jernstrom doesn't fall for it. He does his Banelings move around and take out most of the Marines, actually.
But not enough. There's a large army left here. Now, there's a lot of Ultralisks coming out, though, so I'm not sure they should be. No, there's 4 Ultralisks coming up, and they're a bit slow.
I love the reaction time from Jernstrom.
Yeah,
he
it's absolutely insane.
Instantly moves his workers to the wave.
Yep.
Oh,
he knows exactly what's coming.
Is bad. That was not a good place for Mr. X to stand.
Not really, no. He was surrounded on both sides by that. But just, at the same time, there's so much harassment on the workers.
Have that real glance now.
Workers killed,
20% more damage.
95 workers killed. That was
98 versus 41. It's not like Mr. X.
Oh, and another
big
huge engagement, and this one's bad as well for Jernstrom.
Those Ultralisks are not working anymore. I'm
thinking the problem is that Mr. X has caught up in his upgrades.
Yeah, he has enough Marauders in his main army composition.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that earlier on, stating that I think the big problem for him was that he didn't have enough Marauders.
Yeah.
With all those Infestors out, Marauders are so nice against those. They, of course, are a lot harder to kill with the Fungals, but most of all with all of the Ultralisks out.
Yeah.
You want to have the Marauders, and splitting Marauders, you can take out Ultralisks so easy.
Yeah, Mr. X has brought.
He
has 9 harvesters.
Wait, what? Yeah, mined out all of these other bases,
He
and
has
here are the mules
9
again. And
harvesters.
those mules are the only thing that are keeping him inside of his still in this game.
But
and it's not producing any more workers, is he?
Big engagement again. The Banelings are moving in. Oh, so many Marines die, but I think he has enough. Yeah, he's gonna clean that up and push forward. He needs to push forward right now.
Yeah.
He has to know that he's behind economically when he has 10 harvesters.
The thing is, he's at double the income, at least mineral-wise.
Yeah, he dropped a lot of mules, but he doesn't have any gas income. But he has two grand in the bank, so
and
that's
he's gonna
not
lose.
the problem right now.
He's gonna lose the top left expansion. No,
No.
a lot of workers going there. Oh,
And he's
the
attacking with
workers
them.
are attacking the
Well,
command center.
Mr. X has to go up and defend it, but
Yeah.
it's a long way off right now. But he has no choice. He does have to defend that orbital command up there.
But what is Jernstrom just sacrificing all of those workers? I think he is. The point is, doesn't have any. Well,
Okay.
this is so interesting.
Yeah, Mr.
And it
X
doesn't
is moving
have any
into the
units. Does he have any units? No.
No.
What does he have? He's losing all of
a
his
lot of
workers
Banelings
so
rolling in,
quickly,
a
and a
lot
lot
of
of
Banelings
Banelings rolling in.
Oh,
but
Mr. X does a nice pickup to deny that, but they're just going to go straight ahead for that 4th base, which is
the
not...
workers are killing off the SCVs. Oh, and I'm dropping my mic here. The
Mr.
workers
X
of
has
Jernstrom are
5
killing
workers right now. Oh, he could just right-click on that orbital and take it out.
Yeah, but the problem is that these are the only units he has, and he's trying to cost-effectively kill the Marines, but he doesn't manage to do that. Is he going to get those? He's got most of them.
He's
but
going to get all the Marines, I think.
yeah, we're down to 40 against. Oh, there's still
the last push from
coming
Mr.
from Mr. X, and this is the
no
last of his
income,
resources. No income whatsoever,
and no bank.
and no bank. Now
But it
Jernstrom
is up 50 supply. He's almost double the supply of Jernstrom, so he has to win with this one. Because Jernstrom has no income either.
No,
He hasn't gotten bases.
no, and he's going to lose all of these workers.
That's not a big thing right now.
No. Well, this is the only income he has. It's and our observers like, what the hell? Why does this game never end? How long? We're 36 minutes into this. It feels like it's been such a much longer game.
Yeah,
There's been so much happening throughout this whole game. It's been insane. And the only thing Jernstrom has to really save this with is a bunch of queens with a lot of energy, but they're going to be one-shotted. And he does have a few infestors getting down a few fungal growths from the high ground.
There's too many medivacs.
But he's going to be able to chain fungal the medivacs. They're going to die. He doesn't have enough energy to take out the rest of the units.
Well, right now, if Jernstrom had 2 minutes, he doesn't need any money, he doesn't need any more units, he just needs 2 minutes to regain the energy. But no, he doesn't
how
get
the hell could you afford all of those units?
I was so expecting those Broodlords.
Yeah, I was expecting those as well.
He had to switch. I had all the bases. Where did all his money go?
I was so not expecting that game to end that way. I'm thinking pretty much the same. How the hell did he manage to pull those last units together? That was all mules.
Yeah.
The last third of the game.
Yeah, he pulled in like 2-3 grand more minerals.
Yeah.
And to build 1 more force, and that was enough.
Yeah.
Look at harvesters, 9 to 8.
This is insane.
And
actually,
the count is winning with 69 supply at 37 minutes in the game.
It's absolutely insane. I'm thinking one of the big problems I've seen Jernstrom have quite often is that in many of his games tend to end up like this. He does so good harassment, he keeps the other player down, but at the same time he doesn't manage to multitask up new expansions. That's his big problem. If he would just, he could have.
But he did have.
He did have expansions.
But he wasn't mining
the point
from them early enough. No.
Yeah, it was, and he did have a bunch of expansions, but he tries to ninja them in a bit of an awkward way. And when they're taken, it works. But when they're taken up taken out, he doesn't build new ones.
No,
If it
can
would
we see the resources tab? One last
just the lost resources one.
It's so close.
It's so close.
But still, but most of all, it's so much money lost in this game.
Yeah, so much money lost in the game. Both
It's
of them.
100,000 minerals together.
Yeah, it's insane. It's absolutely insane, and it always tends to be these kinds of games with Jernstrom. He always produces so interesting games to cast and watch.
Yes,
It's so much fun to watch. But I think that as long as he could just stay on a few more mining bases a little bit longer, he's gonna have the advantage to push these types of games to victory.
I don't feel comfortable making that decision, but what I can say, we were talking about how he was very patient. He didn't try to finish the game.
No. Very
in the middle, and I think that most of the time that's a very good thing.
Yeah.
But in this game, he should have pushed with those ultras. When he took out the 4th base the first time, he should have pushed in, taken the 3rd, and perhaps even the natural.
I'm thinking too. Yeah, I'm thinking so too.
It was before Mr. X has realized. Well, he has built all those marauders.
Yeah, exactly. He let Mr. X actually stay up and bank up a little too much because he was actually so much of the game. Mr. X was still ahead, even though Jernstrom took him out in so cost-effective exchanges.
Yeah, we saw those beautiful engagement from Jernstrom
time
and again,
and still
just
Mr.
crushing Mr. X.
Exactly, and still Mr. X was so up in supply because Jernstrom had let him.
He was maxed all the time.
Yeah, he had let him to that position, and we saw that when the upgrades kicked in for Mr. X, Jernstrom started losing engagements as well. I'm thinking we're going to end this game off. There's so much we could talk about
absolutely.
this one. So interesting, but let's have this in our
service ahead of us.
Yes.
So, thank you. See you tomorrow.
Yep, bye.
Bye-bye.